Hi everyone. I know it's been about a month since I made a video, so I figured I should go ahead and probably make a video so this way you guys can know what's going on right now. Um, I got not so good news. Unfortunately, it looks like the chemo is not working. Um, my markers did go down, and it was looking pretty good for the first couple of months, and now it seems that they are now going back up again, which means it makes me ineligible to be able to receive a stem cell transplant if my numbers are too high. So now we have to go with a plan B, which is October 7th, I get a bone marrow biopsy, see how much it lowered inside my bones, the cancer. And then that following Monday, I'm starting a clinical trial called immunotherapy, Dara, Dara, which I will do for 8 weeks straight, which I have to go to Mayo in order to have the infusion done there for the clinical trial. And then that will put us, unfortunately, into December, where I will be going immediately into stem cell transplant after the 8 weeks. It's playing together because you have to go into the stem cell transplant right after you receive the clinical trial of Dara. The problem I'm having with this is it's going to put us in for Christmas and New Year's. I'll be in the hospital for 2 weeks, and then what they do is they take you out of the hospital and they put you in their areas that are right there on the outside, which unfortunately do have to be paid for at least 2 weeks. And it is going to be where I have to stay at my caregiver, so Lori would have to stay there and stay off work for 2 weeks to be able to help me with this, because I cannot stay without my caregiver in this area. And that's because I have to be monitored for 2 weeks straight after the 2 weeks of being in the hospital. So they have to be able to have me right there next to the hospital and have me go back and forth. They used to keep you in the hospital for a full month, and they don't do that any longer. So we're praying that this will work. If Dara doesn't work, we're not sure exactly what the next plan would be. We just got to pray that this clinical trial for Dara works, and that the aggressiveness and the high riskness of this cancer that I have will calm down a bit and it'll allow me for a chance to get the stem cell transplant. And then if it comes back after stem cell, then I'm going to go into CAR T cell for my next clinical trial after. There's a few things that I'm looking at right now to see how this will work, and it's kind of scary. Don't know exactly how everything's going to go, but just praying that it will work and that I'll be able to not have any more complications getting to the point of it. You know, there is no cure for this cancer, which I've known from the beginning, and I know that eventually it's probably going to take my life, but I'm hoping to have as long as possible. And at this point, just trying to get through it and just trying to be able to make it to the points like getting the stem cell and surviving it is key importance here right now. I am very scared about this because I don't like how fast my markers started to climb up right after I've gone through 4 months of this chemo, and it makes it feel like I went through this entire regimen for absolutely nothing, but it wasn't for nothing. It did drop my numbers down. It's just very disheartening to know I've gone through 4 months and now my body is just kind of getting used to it. It's looking at the chemo as the problem and not the cancer, and it's affecting the chemo and not the cancer, or not allowing the chemo to affect the cancer. But then again, it is poison that we're putting into our bodies, and you know, that maybe the healer in me and all those aspects of this, the years I've done the spiritual healing, that it's just trying to get the chemo out of my body and it's stopping it from working. I've had a lot of things I've sat here and thought about, trust me on this, trying to figure it all out. I noticed that a lot of my side effects got better, and the minute that my side effects from the chemo got better was when my body just started accepting the chemo as what it was, and that's when it stopped working. And I actually felt this and talked to my doctors about it at the beginning of August because I could feel it reacting differently inside my body, and I told them I don't think it's working anymore. And it wasn't until so many weeks later of testing that they realized it's not working anymore. So it's amazing how you can actually become one with your body and be able to feel this stuff and know. And for me, I've just learned to not discredit what I feel and actually follow through and make doctors listen to me on what I'm feeling and follow through with it. I know that my hair, I'm getting ready in the next couple weeks, waiting for the social worker to call me back. I'm going to be cutting the hair, and I'm going to cut it short and go through this immunotherapy with Dara with it short, and this way I can, try out short hair for a couple months before I lose it, because once I get the stem cell in December on first treatment, I'll lose all my hair. So we got to look at doing it right now. The only other thing that would be different is when I get the bone marrow biopsy done on October 7th, if by any chance it showed in my bones 0, we would go immediately into stem cell transplant. I would have no time for any other planning. But there's a very rare chance that that would happen. That would be a good thing. In some aspects, I want it to show low in my blood too, because I think it might be more effective that way. But if my bones are showing 0, that would be the key. And then we would get out of the clinical trial and we would go straight into stem cell. So I'm sorry it's not good news. I wish I had good news to update to everybody. This is just what it's been. I have been very sick though the last couple weeks. For some reason, after 4 months, it's just really taken a toll. And I'm going to be really happy to be done with this regimen and just be doing the Dara and the steroids infusion once a week versus everything else that I'm doing every day right now and all the chemo I'm taking. So we will see how it goes, and I will update you guys as this happens. Next week, because I finished my 4 months of the regimen, they told me I get to ring the bell at the Florida Cancer and DeLand. Even though I'm not in remission, I completed a treatment. And I completed 4 months of it, so that's a big step, and I'm proud of myself for being able to get through the 4 months. And I'll be happy to ring that bell for one full round of complete regimen and treatment done, and get ready for the next one, unfortunately, and start it all over again. But one round done, and that's the key. So I love you guys, and I miss everybody, and I know I haven't seen a lot of everyone. I miss church, I miss seeing everyone, and I hope everyone is doing well out there and staying safe from COVID, and I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.